Daily Zaps regular season finale on Wednesday, and historic. Like seriously, 15 games to end the regular season, never been done before. Starts with the Celtics and Knicks. These two, of course, will play again in the postseason this weekend. The C's come out victorious with a 10-point victory, meeting the playoffs for the first time since 1990 on Sunday. Hawks and Bobcats wrapping things up in Charlotte. Bobcats came to play Hawks in the regular season on a 6-game slide. They traveled to Orlando Saturday to tip off the playoffs. No playoff implications in this one. Cavs and Wizards at the Q. A lot of pride on the line. Ramon Sessions was balling, 27 in the game for him, as the Cavs take care of business on their home floor, 100-93, ending things on a positive note. Pacers, Magic in Orlando, a couple of playoff teams. Dwight Howard didn't play much, but when he did play, he was effective. 13 points and 13 rebounds for him. Pacers lose it, heading to the postseason with the lowest win total of any playoff team in the past 3 years. Magic, as I mentioned, face off with the Hawks, the team they swept last year. Pistons and Sixers. Detroit, of course, not a playoff team. The Sixers, though, headed to the postseason. Despite the win, they'll head to South Beach to hook up with the Heat on Saturday. Speaking of the Heat, they hooked up with the Raptors. It got ugly because that man, Eddie House, was hotter than the end of August. 7 of 13 from three range, career high 35 points. Heat finished with 58 wins, their most since the 04-05 season. Bulls and Nets in Chi-Town, and this was bad news. Joakim Noah knocking knees with Lopez. He would leave the game and not return. The Bulls, though, would win, ending the season on a 9-game win streak and taking the top overall seed from the San Antonio Spurs. 97-92 the final in that one. 19 points for Kyle Korver in the win. Hornets and Mavs in a key game in the Western Conference to determine some seeding. Dirk Nowitzki hitting on all cylinders. He had 32. Mavs get the win. They'll hook up with the Portland Trailblazers on Saturday. The Hornets get a date with the Lakers. Lucky them. Rockets and Timberwolves are wrapping up this season. Nothing on the line in this one. Just a little bit of pride. T-Wolves would lose, and with that loss, clinch the worst record in the entire NBA. Bucks and Thunder in a close one. And the Bucks came to play. This one would go to overtime, where Milwaukee would eventually get the win in this one. They meant business. Thunder hung around, but end up falling to 4th in the Western Conference. They'll play the Nuggets on Sunday. 110-106 the final, despite 20 points from Russell Westbrook. Speaking of the Nuggets, here they are on your screen, hooking up with the Jazz, and some bad news for Denver. 5th in the West, really nothing to play for in this one. Ty Lawson sprains his left ankle early in the game. He would leave and not return. We'll keep you updated on his status on NBA.com and NBA TV as the playoffs near. Gordon Hayward had a career day, 34 points for him. Jazz win their season finale by 4. Blazers and Warriors in Oakland. Darrell Wright and company doing their thing. Reggie Williams with 28 on the night as the Golden State Warriors beat up on the Portland Trailblazers. Portland, of course, as I mentioned, set to play the Mavs this weekend. Clippers and Grizzlies. Memphis trying to avoid a first-round date with the San Antonio Spurs. The Clippers cared nothing of it. Blake Griffin messed around and got a triple-double to cap off his outstanding rookie season. The Grizz, 8th in the Western Conference. They'll play the San Antonio Spurs, who needed a win on Wednesday night in order to lock down the top overall seed in the NBA. They lost Manu Ginobili, hyperextended elbow in the game. And the Suns played one of their best games of the season. San Antonio played Tim Duncan. They played Ginobili, as you saw, he got injured. And the Suns still got the job done. San Antonio fails to lock up home court throughout the playoffs. The Bulls would get that. The Lakers capping off the night in Sacramento, maybe the last game ever at Arco Arena, and it was a dandy. Sacktown fought back from 20 down in the fourth quarter to force overtime in this game, but Kobe Bryant is Kobe Bryant for a reason. He had 36 points. Lamar Odom helped out with 22 points, 8 boards for him. Lakers pull away in the overtime period, locking up that second seed in the Western Conference. They'll get the Hornets on Sunday in LA. That's your Daily Zap. Have no fear. Kyle Montgomery in your ear just in time for the final top 10 of the year. Really the regular season, but that didn't rhyme, now did it? Anyway, number 10 on the countdown, Knicks and Celtics. Oh yeah, Anthony Carter behind the back. Surprised he can still do that at his age, but he does. Sean Williams, meanwhile, gets his smash on despite being mauled by Pavlovich there, who just invites himself to the smash party. Number 9, Serge Ibaka, the shot blocker. Who's your Vaja? His first word when he was a baby was defense. Sooner or later, people are going to get it. Number 8 is always great. Yes, it really is. DeAndre Jordan is in the business of embarrassing people. Darrell Arthur did not get the memo, so he gets yammed on. Number 7, Earl Watson up top, and I mean way up top to Jeremy Evans. Like, dude is out of this stratosphere. At this point, somewhere up near the Jetsons. I'm sure of it. Crazy bounce from the young fella. Number 6, Blazers and Warriors. Darrell Wright. Oh, that's just wrong. Gives it to Wesley Matthews with the facial. Apricot scrub. Halfway through at number 5, Pistons and Sixers. Philly off and running here. Evan Turner hooking up with Maurice Spates. So nice you got to see it twice. Look, one hand. Sixers, though, would lose. Number 4 on the countdown. Kings and Lakers. And Dante Green has forced me to use my word of the day. Immaculate! As he rocks the baby to sleep. Number 3. This is where things really get good. Bucks and Thunder. And Russell Westbrook has Kelly Bundy hops. Just dumb. I don't know how else to describe that. Number 2. Jazz and Nuggets. J.R. Smith with the steal. And then he gets it back and decides to go backwards. Crisscross. Those of you 25 and older know what that meant. But your top play from Wednesday dwells in La La Land, and you can guess who this might be. Blake Griffin with more bounce than the dryer sheets. Yes, I said it. How fitting to cap the top 10, the last day of the regular season, with that man, your top 10.